Hi guys, welcome to Code Captors. In this video, we are going to actually learn this HackerRank problem based on Java data types. So it's actually very easy problem. Let's get to the problem statement. So in Java, we have 8 primitive database. Primitive data types means that's actually program defined, predefined database. Okay, it's not user defined one. So in Java, there are 8 primitive data types. That they are char, boolean, byte, short, int, long, float, and double. In this problem, we are just going to deal with all the integer type data types which can hold the integer values. Let's say like that. So the 4 data types which can hold the integer values are byte, short, int, and long. Okay, byte is an 8-bit signed integer, short is 16-bit, int is a 32-bit, and long is 64-bit. So we need to input an integer and we need to find that integer comes in which kind of category of data type, whether it's a byte or whether it's a short or an integer or long data type. So if it comes in all categories, we have to print like it can be fitted in all these categories by mentioning the categories names. That's the data type name. So they've also given a link where we can actually study the description of the data types and everything. So this is the link. Yeah, so they've given a small description of what the data type and how the numbers variation differs from each data type. Like byte can store around -128 to 127, and short can store around -32,768 to 32,767, and integer, long. So 4 data types can store different kind of values range, right? Let's go get the problem statement. We will just erase this entire code and start our new coding because then I can be able to explain easily. So we'll just keep the class and the main method and erase all the rest code. Okay. Now, the first task is to create an object of the scanner class. So scanner sc is equal to new scanner system.in. So yeah, have a look at the sample input and output. So here first we actually inputting this 5. 5 is the limit or how many kind of inputs you want. So we are inputting 5 numbers here, various range of decimals, like maybe it may be negative number or really a long number. It doesn't matter, we can input anything. So our task is to categorize each input, integer input, into different data types. So first input is -150. As it's 150, it comes in the category of short, int, and long. I will tell you how. The second one is 1540, which can comes in the category of int and long. Third one also comes in the category of int and long. The fourth one can't be printed anywhere because the number is really long. No Java data type can handle the number. And the fifth one can again come under long. So let's get to the program thing. We can just do it by using the for loop and if else loop, but we also need to use try catch exception thing. I'll tell you why, because that causes an error. We'll commit. Okay, so we have created an object of the scanner class, and the first task is to what? Create a variable for test cases, right? So let's say int test is equal to sc.nextInt. So we are actually inputting the test case or the limit number. Now we need 5 numbers after. So let's get the input everything inside a for loop. So it will be more better. For int I is equal to 0, I lesser than test, and I plus plus. Okay. Inside this we are going to get the input. So let's create a variable in beforehand. Int n. So let's create the variable in long because only then we will be able to input everything. If you're creating a variable of the data type integer, then we can only input the data type which are acceptable by, input the value which are acceptable by the integer data type. So if you're inputting long, we can input any kind of like a long number. Yeah. So inside this, we are going to get the input n is equal to sc.nextLong. Okay. Now we need to check whether it comes in the category of byte, short, long, or int, right? The condition for byte is the number will be between what? -128 to +127. So we have to give this condition if n lesser than or equal to minus 127 and n greater than or equal to minus 128. Sorry, I gave it wrong. 128 and 127. Sorry. Yeah, so if that's the case, we are just going to print system.out.println. Let's say, yeah, if this comes in the category, if byte is acceptable, that means this number will be acceptable by all the other data types, right? Because byte is the shortest data type. It's just an 8-bit signed integer. So if this number is an 8-bit signed integer, that means it can be accepted by integer, it can be accepted by short, long, everything. So let's say byte and slash, after that short, and slash, after that int, and slash, after that long. Yeah. Next, our next condition is whether we have to check whether it's a short, right? Else if the number range for short data type is minus 32,768 to 32,767. So n greater than or equal to minus 32,768 and n greater than or equal to 32,767. If that applies, we have to print system.out.println. Now we don't have to print byte because this loop only works if the byte is not acceptable, right? If the number is not fit inside the byte thing. So let's go with short and int and also long. Do check the output format. You have to print exactly the way HackerRank wants the output. Only then your code will be accepted by HackerRank. So just note the spaces and everything perfectly. Next, else if. Now we have checked whether the number is fit in byte and also short. So next condition is integer. In integer, the number ranges from, in the form of power, minus 2 to the power 31 to a maximum value of 2 to the power 31 minus 1. So in Java, you know, we have this math.po, so we can just use that. N lesser than or equal to math.pow. Inside this will give the power and the base number. And it's also minus, right? So we'll give here minus. And n one second. Okay, the sign symbols are actually wrong here. It should be greater than, equal to, and lesser than. I am extremely sorry. Yeah, shit, one second. Okay, so here we have to check math.po. M should be capital. And 231 minus 1. Did I just give an extra bracket or something? Wait a minute. Yeah. Okay, this bracket is open here, and this one is open here, it's closed here, this one is open here and closed here, and n equal less than or equal to math.pool. Okay, let's just go to the next line. System.out.println. Now we have checked byte short. Okay, now the thing is about integer, right? So star int /n, and also this will be fitted in long. Next, we have to check whether it's fitted in long. So for long, the condition is 2 to the power minus 2 to the power 63 to 2 to the power 63 minus 1. So again, we are going to use the same math.po is equal to, you can just copy the statement here and change the numbers. Here it's 63, right? 63, right? Yeah. 63, and here it's again 63. Now we are going to print system.out.println just long. Okay, so if all this case is actually not possible, then that means this number can be fitted in any kind of data type. So else system.out.println n plus can't be fitted in anywhere. Also, you have to give in the beginning the same sentence, system.out.println n can be fitted in. Okay, so this is the way we can write this basic program, but this is not going to give us the exact solution because it's going to cause the error. And let me just run the program and show you the error better. Yeah, so they have given something like next long error and all these things. So our input is perfect, but our output has only been recognized till this number. The other output is not recognized, right? And we have to give a space between the number and the can. Okay. Let's just include a try here. Because this try and catch will actually solve all the exception errors and everything. Catch exception E. We are not going to mention an exception. We are just going to give the exception. And this else case statement will be printed here. In order to get the value of n, you can just use sc.next. You can actually cancel out this else statement here. Yeah, so now let's try to run the program. Okay, in Java 33, yeah. Yes, so the sample test case is solved. I hope you actually understood the problem and everything. It's pretty clear how the categories are happening. There's nothing more to explain here. So you just have to look at the number and you have the range of numbers for each data type. You have to see whether this number comes in the between ranges and everything. Integer and long are pretty long numbers. So you don't have to bother about the range exactly, but you can actually bother about the range for byte and short, because here in short the range is like from 32,768 minus to 32,767, and even byte is a really small number, it just comes till 127. So you just have to focus on byte and short, and all the other things will fall into place. And this fourth input, this 2133, is really pretty long number. That's the reason why Java can't be accepted this kind of an input to any data type. So I hope this solution part and the problem statement is clear. If you any doubt, reach out in the comment section. Thank you.